Hey guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. Welcome my wonderful Geminis. This is your weeklies from March 12th to March 17th, okay? I am Kamoy and I am new here to YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit about what my channel is about, okay? I am dedicating this channel to anyone on their spiritual growth, their spiritual ascension, anyone that's obsessed with astrology, anyone that's obsessed with tarot cards, anyone that is seeking the truth about themselves and gaining a higher understanding of themselves, okay? So anyone on their spiritual path, this is the channel where you can find everything that you need to know about energy, anything that you need to know about spiritual ascension through my cards and other videos that I will be posting, okay? Now, just a little bit about how I read my cards is that I do 2 chakra decks for you. Okay, I do 2 chakra cards for you from the chakra deck, and I'm just dropping shit all over the place. I do 2 chakra cards for you as well as another deck for clarification of chakra cards, okay? I am a Reiki level 2 healer. I will be getting my Reiki masters pretty soon. I know I said this in the last video before. I do not recommend taking all of your Reiki classes back to back if you're interested in becoming a Reiki healer. There's a lot of emotional purging that goes on with those classes. So you want to make sure you kind of split them up so you can do the proper work that's needed, okay? Another thing, guys, is that you're not always going to see me bless the room on camera because I do work for my sacred space. So the room is always blessed whenever I sit to this desk and start to deal with my cards and do my other spiritual work. So you may not always catch that on camera, okay? Like I said, I pull 2 chakra cards, guys, and then I pull another deck for clarification to see exactly what within the chakras that you may need to work on this week, okay? It is important for you to understand that you have 7 chakra wheels within your body where energies flows, and each chakra is responsible for a different, I want to say, emotional expression of function is how you can look at it, right? So the bottom 3 root chakras deal with all of this earthly shit that we go through. That's where your bills, your family, your heartbreak, your insecurities and your fears and your pain lies, right? And then you have your 4 upper chakras, your throat chakra, how you express yourself, your heart chakra, okay, what's on your heart, what you truly feel, what you truly desire. Then you have your 3rd eye, how you use your imagination, and your crown chakra, which is pure communication from spirit, all about activation of your pineal gland, okay? So, now, overall, the energy that we've been working with this week is root chakra energy collectively on a whole, throughout the whole earthly planet, okay? So when I did a collective pull this week, I got discovery, okay, which is the foundation card that we were vibrating on collectively as a human society here on earth, okay? Now, that is a root chakra card, okay? And when discovery pops up, it's all about you discovering your own uniqueness, stepping into your truth and being grounded in who you are. Haha, guess what popped up for you guys? My wonderful Geminis, you got discovery also. And you got destiny. So you have root chakra, which is at the base, okay? This is, your root chakra is like towards your sexual organs, okay? That is what grounds you, okay? So your root chakra, you would want to say this is how you, everything else is based from your root chakra, okay? Then you also have crown chakra energy, which is up here, pure communication from spirit, pineal gland activity, okay? Good combination to get, and I'm going to tell you why that is a good combination to get. Because in order for you to be able to balance your lower chakras, you definitely need help from your upper chakras. And this is one of the highest chakras up, okay? Which means clear and pure communication coming in from spirit. So you got discovery and you got destiny. So let's take a look and see what they're trying to tell us about discovery, which I said represents, are you telling yourself the truth about yourself, okay? You are on the path to discover some new things about yourself. And you're also on the path to telling yourself the truth about yourself, okay? Or maybe even about others also, all right? Now, It's important for you to understand also, my lovely Geminis, that you can't change people. You can only change yourself, right? And as you change, others around you change, your situation changes, and your experiences changes, okay? That can only be done, however, if you change, okay? Which really requires you doing the work, my lovelies, okay? Okay, so I'm doing a 5-card diamond pull for you guys. The first card is going to represent the basis of the overall chakra energy that we need to pay attention to, okay? And what popped up, just so you know, is adventure, okay? Now, when adventure shows up, it's kind of like saying that you've been stuck too much in routine, okay? You need to get out of the space where you're not living too much in routine. Get out of your head is what I'm hearing, okay? You need to get out of your head some, right? And start creating with your imagination. So get out of your head from the old negative mind loops and start creating. And I'm going to grab that card because it popped out. And start creating, right? And start creating from a place of imagination where you're not repeating old negative mind loops and old negative experiences that keep bringing you back the same experience that you don't want to have, okay? So it's kind of like what I'm hearing for you guys, my wonderful Geminis, is that because you're able to enter into the spiritual and the earthly realm much more easier than most zodiac signs, and that's probably why they call you guys, two-faced. That's really the battle between your spirit and your ego. Okay, so it's kind of like you're the gatekeepers to the next dimension. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, right? Adventure shows up to show that you have not been tapping into that childlike space of yours, okay? Or maybe even that child in you would need healing, okay? There's definitely a place of you where you need to go ahead and you need to see past your routine. You need to get past the routine. You definitely need to let go of past shit also. Just so you guys know, collectively on the whole, Chiron is in Aries, okay? Now, Chiron is all about healing. It's the wounded warrior, okay? And it's in the first house. The first house is all about your personality, your interpersonal relationships, okay? Anything to do that affects you personally is what is being healed in this season, okay? So, if it is past childhood shit, this is what's arising right now for you, my wonderful Geminis. You're going to have to deal with that, okay? If it's past insecurity shit that links to childhood 9 times out of 10, that is what's coming to the forefront. You need to deal with that, all right? Now, how are you going to deal with this? You got the Master card coming up, okay? Now, when the Master card comes up, now if you can take a look at this Master card, he has a moon over his head, okay? That moon represents your emotions, honey. So how are you going to do that? You're going to do that by going internally and checking how you feel. I know I'm repeating this in all of these videos because I want people to understand how you're manifesting in this third dimensional realm, okay? You're manifesting in this third dimensional realm by what you feel, what you speak, and what you think, okay? And when what you think and what you speak fails, guess what? You're manifesting based on what you feel. So it's very important for you to check your feelings. So whenever I see a moon shows up in a card, that's an indication for me that you're going to want to master your feelings, okay? And master past emotions. Get out of your head about past shit that you cannot control any longer, okay? You also have morality show up, and this is like the Queen of Ear, okay? So when the Queen of Ear shows up, she's all about being a quick thinker. She's all about you coming up with new ways to solve problems, okay? You coming up with new ways to solve problems, and this is the energy that you're in right now, okay? Just figuring out new ways to solve old problems because you don't want to deal with the old, I want to say stagnant bullshit. Like you're just not in a place with you. And everybody's kind of feeling that energy where they don't want to put up with the bullshit no more. Yeah. Everybody's getting to a place where they don't want to put up with the bullshit anymore. Okay, in your fourth card placement, which is all about what you may need to know for the resolution to come forth. This is this is like the page of fire. Now, whenever fire shows up, you guys need to understand that fire is all about your intuition. Okay, fire is all about you paying attention to your gut and following your guides. Okay, now what you also need to know is that the page of fire here represents really being enthusiastic and pushing forward, like moving forward regardless of what you don't understand, what you haven't been able to think and plot out in your head. Geminis, because you know we're thinkers. Okay, I'm a Gemini moon, so emotionally I respond to my emotions with my moon sign, which is Gemini. Okay, so you don't want to overthink yourself this week. Okay, you definitely want to go into a place where you're tapping into your root chakra and discovering some things and allowing your spirit to guide you. Okay, now I'm going to clarify this. Perfect. Whatever this is, this could be something that you might have felt like you failed at in the past. Okay, it might be something that you don't necessarily think you want to try again. Or you necessarily want to master because the last time you tried it, it didn't work out so well. So this can definitely be something from the past. Now, just so you know that past lives is also a major kind of card. Okay, and this is you can consider this once again. The moon card is showing up here. See, we have another moon. Okay, and I want to say when this card, this is like the moon, which is like Pisces, and I think Pisces is all about compassion. So you're gonna have to be compassionate with yourself. And when past life shows up, this is once again. There's something that you're holding on to that you're either overthinking, my wonderful Geminis, right? It doesn't feel like does not feel like a person, you know. It feels more like a thought, a negative mind loop, a trauma, an incident. It feels like something you're replaying in your mind, my wonderful Geminis, right? That you're gonna have to get a grip on, because whatever you're replaying in your mind, it keeps manifesting the same scenario just with different faces. Okay? And once you get a hold of that, because this is all surrounded in you being able to grip your emotions, okay, and pay attention to really what you're feeling, you're gonna see success coming forward. That's a clarification for past lives, which has to do with you know, you getting past illusions and getting past the old shit and dealing with shit. So this time it doesn't necessarily feel like a past person, but it could be because we're in retrograde season. So maybe somebody from the past is coming back to bring up these things that need healing, right? Maybe somebody from the past is coming in so they can help you with the healing. Okay, whatever this is linked to your past, okay, it has to do with emotions, and there's success coming through with that, because we have the Six of Fire. Now, once again, fire has to do with your emotions, right? And I want to say, I really want to say, don't be surprised if somebody from the past comes back and they're giving you recognition for being a good partner, or for being a good, you know, lover or whatever, and apology for how they treated you, you know. And maybe this is one of the mental blocks that you've been dwelling over, because you've been really good to somebody and they just fucked you over, right? And if that's the case, you know, although I really feel like this has more to do with internal work, if that's the case, because it could be, right? Because Spirit brought it up, so that also could be the case for some of you. Somebody from your past coming back in with some type of apology, okay? But honestly, if I could be really honest with you, my lovely Geminis, you don't really need people's apologies, okay? It's nice when people give apologies, especially if it's something traumatic. However, when you get to a place in your life where you understand that you control your own destiny, you understand that people, places, events, and things are all just part of the big unfolding, even if it's uncomfortable, right? It's all part of the big unfolding of you getting to the place within yourself where you understand and know truly who you are, right? You cannot know pain without pleasure. You cannot know pleasure without pain. You cannot know up without down. You cannot know in without out. Okay? A battery doesn't work without a negative and a positive polarity, right? So you need to think about that also. Okay? So everything that you've went through, everything that you've been through up until this point, right? It's a new season. It's a healing season. Okay, we're entering Aries season next week. When hey Aries, y'all about to have y'all birthdays soon. So you're entering Aries season. Okay, my wonderful Gemini, and that is all about I am. Aries stand in the truth about who they are. Okay, if that is what Aries signature pattern represents. So I say all of that to say, use the healing energy that we are now in, okay, collectively as a whole, as well as using that Aryan energy that's coming in, okay, and standing in your truth, okay, letting go and forgiving, because I do feel like there's some forgiveness attached here also, my wonderful Geminis, okay. Get to a place where you're doing things out of the ordinary that you wouldn't do. Don't be so routine. That's what I keep hearing, okay? Don't be so routine, because you guys are doing root chakra work, which is all about discovering, okay? And as you let shit go, sometimes as you let shit go and clean out the dust, move some shit, move some furniture around, you may find shit in there that you didn't even know that you had. Sometimes when I clean out my closet, I find stuff with tags that I don't even remember I had in there, okay? So you may be surprised by what you find once you go on this discovery towards your destiny. You guys got destiny at play, okay? So if you're not contemplating what's next, you're going to be. You're coming into a place of adventure. And I definitely see like there's an apology coming in from somebody from your past, if that has not done. And if that apology, if that's not for you, there's also, like I said, some past shit that you need to let go. And once you do release that shit, you definitely have success coming in. It could just be past limitative thoughts about you maybe wanting to start a business and it not working out the first time around, okay? Maybe about you opening up your heart, okay? Whatever that past insecurity is that still is holding you captive, my wonderful Geminis, it's healing season. It's time to let that go. Just remember, Chiron is in Aries, which is in your first house, which is in the first house, which is all about anything to do with your personality. Okay, anything that's personally close to you is what is being healed right now. One more thing that I do want to mention is the retrograde. We are going through retrograde season, I think, until the 23rd or the 28th of this month. I believe it's the 28th of this month. Y'all can Google that and make sure, okay? As we're going through retrograde, guys, because you're communicators, you want to be mindful to communicate. Maybe not with so much words, because Mercury rules communication. And communication can be misguided or misconstrued or maybe not even clear as we're going through retrograde. So you want to spend that time internally to kind of reflect on yourself, not overthink things, and it's definitely time for you to release as we're going through retrograde. Release, go in, figure it out, and release. Go in, figure it out, forgive, release. Go in, figure it out, forgive, release. Okay, you guys are on a discovery, so go in, figure it out, and release, because you're headed towards a path of destiny. And destiny looks different for everybody, guys. You just got to figure out what your destiny looks like to you. What soul contract did you sign before you get here? What's your mission? Shit. Some people's mission is just to do nothing, and it's just experience doing nothing. Ain't nothing wrong with that if that's your mission. Some people are called here to walk a different life on a spiritual path. Whatever it is, figure out what's good for you and be okay with that. All right, my wonderful Geminis. I hope this was helpful. I will see you guys in your weeklies. And I'm sorry about the day late post. It's just, I'm a mom. I work full time, so I'm sorry about the late post. I was supposed to post this yesterday. All right, have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys on your weeklies next week. Okay, bye.